Did you know that by the time you're 80, you may have lost up to half the muscle mass you had when you were younger? Sounds scary, right? But the truth is, even more alarming. This isn't just about losing muscle. It's about losing freedom, independence, and quality of life. It's called sarcopenia, a silent disease stealing strength, balance, and vitality from over 50 million older adults around the world. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. Because there are people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s who still move, lift, and live like someone decades younger. They're called super-agers. And their secret? It's not luck. It's not genetics. It's habits. Simple, powerful daily habits backed by science from Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and Tufts University. Let's uncover the 7 daily actions that can help you stay strong, independent, and full of life, no matter your age. Here's the truth no one tells you. Getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. Muscle loss isn't just a part of aging. It's what happens when we stop doing the things that protect our strength. But when you understand what's really going on inside your body, you can change the story. You don't need to change your whole life. You just need to start with one small habit. Let's begin with the first one. Habit number 1. Micronutrient power. The secret allies. Your muscles need. Most people think strong muscles come from lifting heavy weights or eating more protein. But here's a secret that even many doctors forget to tell you. Without the right vitamins and minerals, your muscles can't grow no matter how hard you try. Think of your muscles like a car engine. Protein is the fuel. Exercise is the ignition. But without essential micronutrients, your engine sputters and stalls. Micronutrients, tiny vitamins and minerals, act like spark plugs and oil for your muscles. They power the reactions that build strength, repair tissue, and keep you moving freely. Magnesium helps muscles contract and recover. Creatine stores energy inside muscle cells. Vitamin B12 keeps your nerves firing so your brain and muscles stay connected. Yet today, over 70% of older adults are deficient in at least one key micronutrient, often without even knowing it. In a groundbreaking study published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors with optimal magnesium levels had 30% stronger grip strength and performed far better on physical tests compared to those who were even slightly low. So how can you fuel your muscles better? Eat more magnesium-rich foods like spinach, almonds, pumpkin seeds, and even a little dark chocolate. Consider a micronutrient blood panel, a simple test that shows exactly what your body needs. Supplement smartly, not blindly. If you're low, ask your doctor about magnesium glycinate, methylated B12, and creatine monohydrate. Strong muscles aren't just built in the gym, they're built in the kitchen and at the cellular level. When you give your body the tiny sparks it needs, your strength will shine brighter than ever. Because it's not about getting older. It's about getting stronger, from the inside out. Habit number 2, progressive strength training. The ultimate anti-aging habit. Most people assume walking or light activity is enough to stay strong after 60, but here's what science says. If you're not challenging your muscles, you're losing them. Muscle follows the rule, use it or lose it, but more importantly, challenge it or shrink it. This is where progressive resistance training comes in. It's been called the closest thing we have to an anti-aging drug. So what does progressive mean? It means doing just a little more each time. Lifting slightly more weight, doing one more rep, holding a move for 2 more seconds. That gentle, increasing challenge, that's what signals your body to grow stronger. In fact, research from McMaster University showed that just 2 weeks of high-effort strength training led to more muscle growth than 5 weeks of moderate walking. And get this, even adults in their 70s and 80s can gain over 3 pounds of muscle and increase strength by 35% in just 12 weeks. Here's how to do it safely. 1. Focus on compound movements. like squats, wall push-ups, resistance band rows, and hip hinges. These use multiple muscles and mirror real-life movements. 2. Train to fatigue, not failure. You don't need to collapse. Just feel that "I couldn't do one more rep with perfect form" sensation. 3rd, start light, but track your progress. A simple notebook works. Write down your sets, reps, and how it felt. Try to improve just one small thing each week. 4. Slow down the lowering phase. This is called the eccentric phase, and it builds strength with less strain on your joints. Remember, this isn't about lifting heavy. It's about challenging yourself, just enough to spark growth. Start with 2 sessions per week, 20 to 30 minutes each. Add light cardio on other days, like walking or stretching. And if you're unsure where to begin, work with a physical therapist or trainer who understands aging muscles. Because resistance training isn't dangerous. Avoiding it is. Habit number 3, vitamin D and K2, the invisible shield. When most people think of vitamin D, they think of bones. But there's a hidden side to this sunshine vitamin. It's also one of your muscle's best friends. Your muscle cells actually have vitamin D receptors. And when vitamin D is low, those muscle cells can't grow, repair, or function properly. In a study published in JAMA Internal Medicine, seniors with healthy vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength, better balance, and faster reaction times than those who were deficient. Here's the problem. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. By age 65, your body produces 50% less vitamin D than it did at age 20, even with the same sun exposure. That's why so many older adults are deficient, even if they spend time outside or take small supplements. And most don't even know it. So how much do you really need? While the standard recommendation is 600 IU, many experts now suggest 2,000 to 4,000 IU per day to reach optimal levels, especially if you're over 60. Now here's something most people miss. Vitamin D needs a partner. Vitamin K2. Without K2, the calcium that vitamin D brings into your body may end up in your arteries instead of your bones and muscles. That's why combining D3 and K2 is so important, especially if you take high doses. Good sources of K2 include fermented foods like natto, sauerkraut, hard cheeses, egg yolks, and organ meats. So here's your action plan. 1. Ask your doctor for a vitamin D blood test. Aim for levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. 2. Supplement with D3 and K2 if needed. 3. Eat more vitamin D-rich foods, salmon, mackerel, egg yolks, and fortified dairy. 4. And get 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun when possible. Because when you give your muscles the nutrients they need, they don't just survive, they thrive. Vitamin D and K2 are your invisible shield, protecting strength, balance, and independence for many years to come. Habit number 4, inflammation control, fighting the silent muscle thief. When most people think of inflammation, they imagine swollen joints or visible pain. But what if the most dangerous inflammation is the kind you can't feel at all? It's called chronic low-grade inflammation, or what scientists now call inflammaging. And for older adults, it's one of the biggest reasons why muscles break down faster with age. This silent inflammation interferes with the body's ability to build and maintain muscle. It blocks the signals that normally help your muscles grow after a workout or a high-protein meal. In a study from Tufts University, seniors with high inflammation lost muscle 3 times faster than those with low inflammation, even when they exercised and ate the same. The strongest older adults, the superagers, have one thing in common. They've found simple daily ways to keep inflammation low. Here's how they do it. 1. Prioritize quality sleep. Sleep is your body's reset button. Just 7 to 8 hours per night in a dark, quiet room can lower inflammation markers by up to 40%. 2. Support your gut. Your gut is a major source of inflammation as you age. Eat 30+ different plant foods per week, plus fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut. 3. Balance your workouts. Exercise is powerful, but too much intensity can raise inflammation. Superagers do moderate activity most days, and just 1 or 2 intense sessions per week. 4. Eat anti-inflammatory nutrients. Foods rich in omega-3s, curcumin from turmeric, polyphenols in berries, olive oil, and green tea can all help calm inflammation and protect muscle tissue. Not sure where you stand? Ask your doctor for a high-sensitivity C-reactive protein test, HSCRP. It's a simple blood test that shows your body's inflammation level. Superagers usually keep their levels below 1.0 milligrams per liter, because even with the best food and workouts, if your body is inflamed, your muscles won't grow. So calm the fire first, then build your strength on solid ground. Habit number 5, Hormetic stress. Stress for strength. What if the key to staying strong in your 70s and 80s wasn't comfort, but discomfort? It sounds strange, but a little bit of controlled stress might be exactly what your body needs to thrive. It's called hormetic stress, a short burst of challenge that activates your body's repair systems. Like stress with benefits. You've probably done it without knowing. A cold shower, a hot sauna, intermittent fasting, holding a muscle contraction for a few seconds. These are all hormetic stressors. Here's how they work. When you expose your body to a brief challenge, like cold, heat, or fasting, it activates survival pathways, boosts mitochondria, and releases repair hormones. Let's break down 3 powerful types of hormetic stress you can try. First, cold exposure. Just 30 to 60 seconds of cold water at the end of a shower can increase a hormone called adiponectin, which helps protect muscle tissue from breakdown. Second, heat exposure. Using a sauna or hot bath a few times a week activates heat shock proteins, which help repair damaged muscle cells. In a Finnish study, people who used saunas 4 to 7 times a week had 40% less muscle loss over 10 years. Third, overcoming isometrics. This means pushing or pulling against something that doesn't move with full effort for 5 to 10 seconds. It stimulates powerful muscle signals without straining your joints. Why does this work? Because your body grows stronger not by avoiding stress, but by recovering from it. But here's the key. Hormetic stress only works when it's short and followed by rest. Too much, and it backfires. So this week, try something small. A 60-second cold rinse, a 10-second isometric hold, a gentle 12-hour fast. Just enough to nudge your body into becoming stronger. Because strength doesn't always come from ease. Sometimes it's born through resilience. Habit number 6, protein timing. Mastering the muscle clock. Most people know that protein is important for building and maintaining muscle. But very few people, including doctors, talk about when you eat protein. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein. This is called anabolic resistance. It means your muscles don't respond to protein the same way they did in your 30s or 40s. The solution isn't just eating more, it's timing your protein throughout the day, so your muscles get repeated signals to grow and repair. You see, every time you eat about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, you activate a short window of muscle protein synthesis, usually around 3 to 4 hours long. If you only eat most of your protein at dinner, like many seniors do, you're missing out on valuable opportunities to grow muscle earlier in the day. In a study from the University of Texas, older adults who spread their protein evenly across 3 meals gained 1.2 pounds of muscle in just 12 weeks, without changing exercise or calorie intake. So what should a day look like? At breakfast, choose eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a protein smoothie. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein. At lunch and dinner, include lean meats, fish, tofu, beans, or dairy. Stay consistent. Don't overload one meal and skip the others. Bonus tip. If you're vegetarian or eat small meals, A scoop of high-quality protein powder can help fill the gaps. Because timing matters just as much as quantity. When you feed your muscles consistently, you give your body the rhythm it needs to stay strong, mobile, and independent. Every meal becomes a chance to build a stronger you. Habit number 7. Neuromuscular connections. Keeping the brain-muscle link alive. When most people think about muscle loss, they imagine shrinking muscle fibers or lack of exercise. But what if the real problem starts in the brain? There's a critical connection between your brain and your muscles, called the neuromuscular junction. It's like an electrical outlet. If the wiring frays, the signal can't get through, no matter how much muscle you have. After age 60, this brain-to-muscle link starts to weaken. And when it does, even high protein or exercise won't help much, unless the signal is restored. The good news? You can train and strengthen this connection, just like you train your body. Let's look at how. 1. Train coordination, not just strength. Activities like Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, or ping pong challenge your brain and body at the same time. In one study, seniors who practiced coordination exercises preserved their neuromuscular connection 31% better than others. 2. Support your nerves with targeted nutrients. Compounds like alpha-lipoic acid, acetyl L-carnitine, and methylated B1, benfotiamine, protect and repair nerve-muscle links. 3. Stimulate the vagus nerve. This nerve controls many involuntary processes, including muscle activation. Try box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Do this for 5 minutes a day. 4. Keep your mind active. Puzzles, learning new skills, memory games, they don't just protect your brain. They also reinforce the neural pathways that control movement. Because when the brain and muscles work as one, you move with strength, speed, and purpose. And that connection, it's not gone. It just needs a little daily attention to come alive again. So now, you've discovered 7 powerful habits that help older adults rebuild strength. Not just survive aging, but truly thrive through it. And the best part? None of them require a gym membership, a supplement stack, or hours of your day. They're simple, science-backed habits that can fit into your life, starting today. So where do you begin? Pick just one habit that spoke to you. Maybe it's adding protein to breakfast, or trying a 10-second isometric hold, or simply stepping into the sun for your daily vitamin D. Because strength isn't built overnight. It's built one small decision at a time. Each choice is a vote for the future version of you, active, sharp, independent, and full of life. If this video inspired you, leave a comment below and share what habit you'll try first. And if you know someone over 60 who needs this, send it their way. Let's grow stronger together.